It's Louis the Reporter here interviewing Pully Arif, proudly sponsored by Ghost Promotions. And for this video, shout out to Michael from Local Print Pros. Now, Pully, we'll get straight into it for the fight fans. You fought in APAP, Aiden's card. How you feeling ahead of that fight?
Mate, I've never gone into a fight, no joke, feeling so confident. Like so relaxed, so confident. Like I've been sparring many southpaws. Uh, I don't even talk about my sparring, but I've been sparring well. Um, and yeah, I've never gone into a fight so confident. I'm gonna hope the plan is to stop him, man.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, you fought on Brand Risk not long ago. The fight versus Dean the Great. Tell me how your kind of mental state was at going into that fight. I know obviously the result didn't go your way, some may argue it, but leading up to that fight, how did it feel? It's a new promotion fighting on as well, so that kind of adds pressure.
Yeah, first time in America, like it was a long flight. I feel like I'll be alright this time. Literally not long notice, probably like a week and a half. Didn't train. I think I trained like once. I was like bed bound the week before the fight. Like I was bare ill. Like I was sweating. I was fucking yeah, bare ill. Um, no excuses. I just weren't fit enough. Really. Dean got the win. Some people said I won, but I didn't win at the end of the day. His hand got raised, so he won. But yeah, man, it was like I was nervous. I've never been to. I was the only like me and my coach were the only like Brits there. Uh, but this time I feel like I'm just going there and it's just like I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Got one of my mates coming with me. I got my coach coming with me inside the borders over there already, so he's gonna be with me. And one of my mates booked his flights today and he's flying out with me.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, you've probably got one of the best coaches on Misfits, arguably. But from his point of view and from your point of view as a fighter, what do you kind of do? You fighting someone like Dean the Great, the best on Misfits at the moment, I'd say, and it's on short notice as well.
Mate, just go in there and fucking have a scrap. That's it. Just go in there and just fight. That's all you can do. Just go in there and just give it everything you've got. And I gave it. I feel like I could have gave more, but I gave everything that I had in my tank. I was just so unfit, uh, and just enjoy myself whilst I'm doing it as well because that's the main thing. Like I wouldn't be doing all of this influencer boxing stuff, TikTok, everything I do if I didn't enjoy it. I'll just go get a 9 to 5, fucking come off social media and just live a private, happy life. But I enjoy it and that's the main thing. I've met like so many like friends, like my best friend, like my actual like brother now. I met through social media, Ben. Um, and without social media, I wouldn't meet people like that. I met Fox, my coach, all through. Like, if I didn't start social media, I wouldn't meet these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. And the decision, what I mentioned before, obviously Dean did win, and I saw mixed reactions online on Twitter, on Instagram or X about the fight. What did you make of what was decided? Obviously, Dean the Great winning because I feel like you turned it on. As you mentioned, your cardio wasn't the best, but I feel like you turned it on in the later rounds, and that's where you kind of caught him.
Yeah, I feel like I turned it on the most in the third. Um, I can argue that he should have had a point deducted, so that's why people were saying I got robbed because before the fight, the ref was speaking about like he'll deduct points and punches in the back of the head. He said, "I'll give you one warning, and then the second one you're getting a point deducted." Can count about 5 to 6 punches in the back of the head, a low blow, throwing me to the floor, uh, just loads of shit like that. You know, punching me in the clinch when the ref would say break. Uh, but I'm not here to make excuses. You know what I'm saying? I can't hope that he gets a point deducted, but he should have had a point deducted. Uh, but yeah, man, it's more of a learning curve, and it was more of an experience to me, like getting flown out to Miami, meeting Aiden Ross, meeting fucking the people that I met. Just yeah, it was a once in a lifetime experience, and I get to experience it again, and then I get to experience it again next month because I'm going back.
Yeah, of course. And before we go on to that next one, you mentioned this fight is probably the one you're most confident for out of all the ones in your career. Why is that? Is it due to APAP, the opponent? Maybe do you think he hasn't really got a skill in boxing?
No, because he's been training. Because I've got a bit of inside information over at his camp in America that he doesn't know about, or someone from England that used to train with me knows his old coach. So I've got a bit of inside information. So I know he's been training and I know how he is as a boxer. Um, Obviously, he hasn't been in the ring for a while, and it's not even just the opponent. It's just the way I've been boxing recently. Like I've been putting in work. Like I haven't been with my new coach long, so like, I'm kind of getting used to training with him, how he trains, his style that he wants me. Like he's trying to put a new style into me because I'm a very defensive fighter and a very negative fighter. But Saturday night, next Saturday, yeah, Saturday night, you'll see a complete different side to me that you probably haven't seen before. So I'm looking forward to showcasing it. I
Yeah,
don't want to
cool.
like gas myself up and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking knock him out. I'm a changed
Yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah.
blah blah blah, blah, because anything can happen. But if all goes well, you'll see a different Pully Arif.
Yeah, can we have a prediction for that fight?
Round two, round three stoppage.
Okay, we saw with the Dean fight, I think was it 3 rounds?
Yeah, it was only three.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was only 3 rounds. Obviously, we didn't get to see a really good fight with kind of a short fight. But is this one 3 rounds again, or is it a bit longer?
Nah, so the Dean one was an exhibition, so it was 10 out 12, 10 or 12s. I think it was 12s, 12-ounce gloves and 3 rounds. This fight with APAP because I think Dean was meant to be fighting on misfits, so he couldn't. We had to do an exhibition because he needed to wear bigger gloves.
Yeah.
Um, but this one's a pro bout, so it's 8-ounce gloves and 4 rounds.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. And moving a bit away from Bramrisk and Aiden, with Misfits, we'll do a quick blind ranking. I'll name 5 fighters, obviously one of them including yourself, and can kind of rank them without knowing what's coming next. First of all, we've got Small Spartan J.
Four,
Oh, okay. Argentinian King.
three,
Okay. Yudi Gang.
two,
Pully Arif.
5.
5.
Yeah.
And we'll have, who should we have next? You know what? We'll have Lil Cray Cray.
1.
Yeah,
I
I
think
feel
that's a
like,
good ranking because I've lost to Argentinian King, Small Spartan J, but if I rematch both of them, I'll batter both of them. Hopefully, I want to fight the winner of that fight. Small Spartan J, I didn't even train for him. I've probably done about a week or two in training, and I was like, but I know he had stuff going on as well, but he was putting in work. I didn't even train. Argentina King, I took him 5 days' notice and beat him. Uh, but yeah, Yadi Gang and Cray Cray, that 1 and 2 is fine. But soon you ask me that, give me at the end of the year, ask me them rankings, the exact same names, and I'll be at least top three in there.
yeah, 100%. I remember because I was at the you versus Argentinian King. I thought you won personally.
Everyone thought I won, mate, except from the Argentinians.
Yeah, and especially with you having that kind of training, if you had a full camp, you would have definitely come out on top with that. But with Lil Cray Cray, obviously we saw the whole scenario with Dean the Great and stuff. But do you think maybe after 3, 4 months of proper training, you can beat Lil Cray Cray?
Give it a fucking good go, mate. I wouldn't say no to the fight. Yeah, fuck it. I'd give it a go. Yeah, not now. I wouldn't be ready for him now, 100%. But like, give me 6 months, and yeah, let's get cracking. Get cracking with anyone. I don't give a fuck. I've never turned down a fight except unless it's from flipping someone who fucking I get called out all the time, like by these geezers on Speed Star and stuff like that. Fair enough, like they want to fight in it, but they always say to me, "Oh, Puddy's ducking me, mate." Like you've probably seen it. You didn't you
Yeah,
interview
yeah,
someone
yeah.
who called me out? Yeah, like I have no benefit in fighting you. Like fair as if it was like the pro games and I needed to fight you to get to a title shot, but it's not. It's the influence of boxing, and I want to fight the people who bring me the most attention to the fight. I want as much attention to my fights and as much money because at the end of the day, it's my job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But yeah, I'd never like turn down a fight like as long as it makes sense as well.
Yeah, 100%. And before we get on to your fight after this and Misfits and Brand Risk, we've got Ghost Promotions coming up. obviously me and you do the press conference and presenting.
Yeah.
But for everyone who may not know about that event, April 19th, can you talk a bit about the fights and kind of the people behind it?
Yeah, well, Ghost is obviously running it. He was running the EBO show with Tommy, and I think they had a bit of a falling out, and now Ghost has gone to do his own show by himself. Uh, both good lads. I've never had issues with either of them, so I have nothing bad to say about either of them. They have a lot bad about to say. They have a lot to say about each other, but I don't. But yeah, Ghost Promotions, April 19th. Ben's fighting, Ben Knight, boss man Harry, one of my boys. Uh, Actually, Judo's fighting on there. Maybe a future opponent in the future. Hopefully, I know if he wins, he's gonna call me out. And yeah, it's just gonna be a good show. It's more for people who don't get the opportunity to be on Misfits and shows like Brand Risk Misfits and the bigger shows that they want to fight on. It's a good opportunity for them to get out of a fight, make a bit of money, and yeah, just have a good week, fight week. I'm just praying that the brand risk in April doesn't fall on the same date as Ghost Promotions. Otherwise, I
So
won't be
yeah,
able to be.
obviously that's possible.
Otherwise, I won't be presenting. No, I'll still be able to do the press conference with you, but I won't be able to do the commentary. I'm meant to be doing the commentary in the night.
Yeah, of course, hopefully not. And if using one of the kind of small creative fighters boots, what would you do? What promotion would you fight? Or do you think Ghost Promotions is a good one before Misfits? I know I spoke to Ghost himself, the production itself is gonna be, is gonna be amazing. So
Yeah, all of them though, like DKM, Speedstar, Ghost Promotions, even Tommy's one, EBO. They're all great to get your name out there, get some wins under your belt. But you can't be like these small creators are fighting on these shows, and then they're calling me out just because they're fought on these shows. You've got to still make content. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
You can't just, oh yeah, I fought on a show that Pully's fought on before, so I can fight him now. You've got to make content. You've got to make people want to fight. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, like my advice to people who are obviously. Wait, did you ask me my advice to people? No, you just said about. Okay, anyway, next question.
That's all good, all good. And I was gonna say, would you ever fight on Ghost Promotions? I know you kind of go from promotion to promotion. Obviously, everyone wants you on their card. You're an exciting fighter. You're not boring at the press conference. So would you say that Ghost Promotions, obviously the right money, the right opponent, would be somewhere you'd fight on?
Yeah, 100%. As long as it makes sense and everything's right, then why not? But I am liking the job role Ghost that Dylan's gave me. I'm looking forward to hosting a press conference. I'm looking forward to commentating. So like at the same time, I'm kind of not even that annoyed that I'm not fighting because I think I'm looking forward to hosting a press conference and commentating more than I am to fighting. Like it's mad. Like I get to ask like my best mate's fighter on the card. I get to fucking question him about his fight, and you know what I'm trying to say. And like we get to sit down, me and you, and like get loads of questions together for the fighters, which is just something different. But I'm still going to be involved with the fights, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, there weren't even going to be an in-person press conference due to the hatred on the card. It was going to be online, but obviously now it's in person, so that'll be exciting. But we'll speak a bit more on brand risk. A couple more questions. Obviously, you mentioned you're going back out there after this fight with APAP the month after. So is that another brand risk card?
I don't know if I can talk about it, but yeah, Aiden announced it. Aiden announced that I'm fighting Adam Salah, Adam Salah on the April card. But I'm not even focused on that right now. I don't care about that. I couldn't give a fuck about that. Couldn't give a fuck about Adam. Couldn't give a fuck about April right now. I'm locked in right now to Saturday night, and that is what is all on my mind right now. Getting the job done Saturday. So I don't want to look to April, um, because but yeah, I'm fighting Adam in April, but irrelevant. Don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
So we don't
Focus
want
on
to look
Saturday.
too much into the future, but do you think Misfits will come calling after that fight with Adam? Maybe
I
May
mean,
time.
I spoke to Mams after my fight with Dean, and he wants Mams is happy to have me back. He's just obviously I know my next fight on Misfits, but I can't
Oh,
say. I'll
okay.
tell. I'll tell you off of the interview. But I know my next fight on Misfits. From what Mam said anyway, obviously there's no contract signs, there's nothing signed.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know uh, kind of my next opponent. We'll speak after.
Yeah, of course. And can we have a message to Aidan Ross if he was watching this? What are you gonna? I know you've got a face off soon, but what are you gonna bring to the ring, in March versus APAP?
I'm gonna bring fireworks. Absolute, just stand in the ring and fucking have it out. I'm not like last my fight with Dean. I was kind of negative. My fights have always been kind of negative. I'm I'm trying. I want that bonus. I get a bonus if I get a knockout. So I want that bonus. And I've heard Andrew Tate's gonna be there
Oh,
commentating.
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard that. I don't know if it's true, but I heard on Twitter that Andrew Tate's commentating. So if he is commentating, I mean, I'm from Luton. Andrew Tate's from Luton. So hopefully, me and him we can get in a sesh after
100%.
together.
One event you got a picture with Sexy Red. Next event you get a picture with Andrew Tate. So
Mate,
uh,
mad.
too bad. But yeah, looking forward to see you in the ring versus IPAP. Hopefully you get the dub. And shout out to the sponsors, Ghost Promotions. Big event April 19th. You'll see me and Pully doing the press conference hosting and potentially Pully doing the commentating as well if Bramris don't fall on the same date. But thanks for watching. Another interview's coming out tomorrow night.